Hello game trollers, and welcome back to Universe Mode here on my channel, and we are here with the 6th episode of 205 Live, and we open up with a tag team match. We have the master of the lucha things himself, Kalisto, and he'll be tagging up with El Rey de las Cuerdas, the king of the ropes himself, Gran Metalik. Both men haven't had too much success on 205 Live. Gran Metalik losing to Neville, Kalisto losing to Tyson Kidd, whatnot. So they'll be tagging up here to try and change their luck, and they'll be taking on DIY, who they themselves haven't had the greatest luck here in Universe Mode in general. All of their endeavors have really just failed. And yeah, it was a pretty good match. Got some decent highlights. The AI derped out a little bit pretty much during the entire show, so yeah. And as we approach the ending of this match, pretty back and forth, but the ending was just kind of like, what? Tommaso Ciampa going for his signature armbar or arm breaker submission move, using the ropes for leverage. The referee pretty much ignoring the fact, like as you can see there, completely on the ropes. So I don't know what was going on there. I assume DIY are just tired of losing consistently, so they just decided, hey, let's just pay off the referee and just break Gran Metalik's arm, you know. So that was a pretty dirty tactics right there from Tommaso Ciampa. Yeah, that was rough right there. 205 Lives getting dirty, man. So yeah, DIY winning through dirty tactics. I don't know what that's gonna do. I assume Gran Metalik and Kalisto are gonna ask for an opportunity at revenge on them. But anyways, next matchup here, it is the Brian Kendrick taking on Kota Ibushi. Just another sort of match. You know, Brian Kendrick faced off against Finn Balor, so he might as well get another chance to pull off something here on 205 Live. And Kota Ibushi, you know, sort of been back and forth with him. He's lost some, he's won some. He's not really, he's on the top tier of 205 Live, but ooh la la. We don't, this is a really good sequence right here. Like, I'm pretty impressed with the sequence. But yeah, it's sort of, I don't know what to do with Kota really, because he's lost a match, he's won a match. but I don't know like where he stands really on 205 Live. And again, pretty back and forth, really good match, actually really solid. Like I was surprised by it. You see it scratching the back right there. Brian Kendrick, dirty player. We've always known he's a dirty player, man. And this is just such a solid match right here, dude. And then here we are, the ending of the match. Third time's the charm for Brian Kendrick. The other 2 times, his legs were touching the ropes. And finally, the captain's hook in, locked in real good. That gave Brian Kendrick the victory. Pretty much well deserved, I must say. I mean, it was a pretty rough battle there for Brian Kendrick, but I'll tell you one thing. That's not it. That is in fact not it for this little segment here. Because Brian Kendrick up and went and got a kendo stick and just absolutely beat the life out of Kota Ibushi with it. Frustrations just built up a little bit too much. That was a difficult match. I don't think Brian Kendrick, he likes these difficult matches, and he just let out his frustrations on Kota. You know, he just beat that man up with a kendo stick. It is brutal, man. So I don't know what repercussions Brian Kendrick's gonna get. I'm not entirely sure, but then he closes us off that beat down the top rope captain's hook, and then decides to go and leave Kota Ibushi to suffer in the ring. Brian Kendrick just frustrated, man. He wants that championship. He wants more recognition, and he wants to stop getting all these tough matches to be in. But here we go, the main event of 205 Live. It is, of course, King Ricochet himself, and he'll be taking on the greatest man who ever lived, Austin Aries, in his debut here on 205 Live. Hopefully, Austin Aries can pull off something here in his debut. And, you know, Ricochet's obviously trying to get his first win here on 205 Live. After losing his debut originally in a triple threat match. It was a pretty good match. I mean, I wonder what Ricochet versus Austin Aries could actually do, like what that match would be like IRL. But this was pretty decent right here, this little thing. Alrighty here. So pretty much during this whole match, it was a case of Austin Aries doing something and then Ricochet being like, I can do this better, just one-upping Austin Aries at almost every turn. Austin Aries was so frustrated, had to go for the for the count-out victory there, as you saw earlier, but it was this move right here. The Benadriller that got the job done for Ricochet, getting the victory here in the main event of 205 Live against the very game Austin Aries. Next week we have some big stuff, including Neville making his way back to 205 Live after losing on SmackDown, and much more. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Troll on, baby!